Welcome to Ray Fisher Stadium for WCBN Sports coverage of Michigan baseball. I'm Leo Glavin, getting you set for the Michigan Wolverines on a Wednesday afternoon. Gloomy skies welcome the Falcons of Bowling Green as Michigan comes off a late victory over the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame yesterday, a game that the Wolverines ended up winning by a final of 4-3. As Chase Van Sena takes the bump for the Wolverines this afternoon with a record of 3-0, a 2.05 ERA for the right-handed junior. Leading things off for the Falcons of Bowling Green, Jake Wilson, a freshman center fielder batting .262 on the year, looking for his 22nd hit of the season here in Ann Arbor at Ray Fisher Stadium. First pitch of the game is blasted into right field, and it will take a skip off the turf. And the leadoff man aboard in Jake Wilson for the Bowling Green Falcons. First pitch coming at 4:01 p.m. The temperature appears a bit misleading on the scoreboard. They have it as sunny and 70 degrees. I can confirm neither of those to be true, as the sun has yet to peek through the clouds this entire afternoon. We had a drizzle before the game, but nothing that should prevent this one from completing. But the leadoff man aboard for the Bowling Green Falcons in Jake Wilson. And now Blake Jenkins digs in, batting .188 on the season. And Sena behind against him, 1-0. No pitch in there for a called strike. Our home plate umpire is Brent Rice. At first is Perry Costello, and Aaron Woodbury is your third base umpire this afternoon as the 18th ranked Wolverines look to make it 2-0 in non-conference midweek action. The 1-1 pitch, low and outside, a nice block by Drew Lugbauer, prevents the pass ball from advancing Jake Wilson, who's at first for the leadoff single to start this game here in the top of the first between Michigan and Bowling Green. Pickoff attempt not in time, and we'll do it again at 2-1 between Jace Van Sena and Blake Jenkins. Another pickoff not in time. The one notable defensive rotation worth noting to start this game, Jimmy Kerr replacing Akeo Thomas at second for this afternoon's contest. The 2-1 pitch to Jenkins misses high and outside for a ball. 3-1 now with the runner at first, nobody away here in the top of the first. Surprised that there weren't more substitutions to be made. And the 3-1 pitch just paints the black on the outside part of the plate to run the count full at 3-2. Michigan's game last night ended relatively late in the evening. It was a close one that saw a first pitch at 7:00 p.m. But Michigan, with their typical lineup for the most part, out there this afternoon. Another pickoff just late as Van Sena tries to keep Jake Wilson honest at first. Wilson 2 for 3 on stolen base attempts this season for the Falcons. The payoff pitch to Jenkins on its way, swung on, sent foul, towering towards the right field bullpen, and it will just get out of play. No outs here in the top of the first inning. The count remains full between Jace Van Sena and Bowling Green's Blake Jenkins. Jenkins batting just .188 on the season, as Wilson ready to run at first with no one away here in the top half of the first inning. The payoff pitch, once again fouled, this time back into the netting behind home plate. We'll do it again at 3-2. The payoff pitch swung on and missed up high Vancena gets Jenkins to chase for strikeout number 1 on the afternoon. And that will keep Jake Wilson at first.
Third baseman number 17, Cam Doherty.
With one away here in the top of the first. Cam Doherty now digging in for the first time this afternoon. Wilson still at first. Vancena delivers his first pitch to Doherty. A nice block once again as that one was spiked in the dirt behind home plate. But up to the challenge, Drew Lugbauer. One out here, top of the first, runner at first for Bowling Green. Vancena delivers, and this one's skied up, tracking it down in right field, just shy of the infield dirt, is Engelman. Jonathan Engelman retires the second batter of this inning, and after a leadoff single, was hit hard into right field to allow Jake Wilson to reach base. Vancena has responded calm, cool, and collected with a strikeout and then a fly out into right off the bat of Jenkins for out number, or Doherty rather, for out number 2. Randy Ryder now steps in and is behind in the count, 0-1. Two away here in the top of the first, runner at first. Vancena delivers the 0-1 pitch high. An appeal to first, not granted, as Ryder just managed to lay off that one in the cleanup spot. He bats averaging just .242 on the season, with runners on base just 175, and he's got a man at first, but 2 away here in the top of the first. Vancena looks to second to get some encouragement from his second baseman this afternoon, Jimmy Kerr, in place of the usual starting second baseman, Akeo Thomas. 2 away here, top of the first, runner at first. The 1-1 pitch from Vancena to Ryder on its way. Just missing outside. Good patience there by Ryder to lay off that one to run the count even at 2-2. The pitch swung on and sent foul out towards the track opposite the parking lot here at Ray Fisher Stadium. So we'll do it again at 2-2 with 2 away here in the top of the first. Man on first in the form of Jake Wilson, who led this game off with a leadoff single. Jace Vancena delivers the 2-2 pitch. Swung on, sent weakly to third base. Nick Poirier on it. Fires it across the diamond in time for the third and final out of the inning. The leadoff man reaches on a single, but he is stranded there at first base. Jace Vancena gets himself out of the leadoff jam, and we'll head to the bottom half of the first inning. You're listening to Michigan Baseball on WCBN Sports FM Ann Arbor. Austin Falco joining me now for the bottom half of the first inning. And it was nice to see Jace Vancena respond after giving up that hard hit to lead off the game with 3 straight outs, and he looked really confident in doing so.
Yeah, it's kind of continuing the theme so far this week. Yesterday, starting pitcher for the Wolverines, it was Alec Renard yesterday. Gave up 3 in the first inning, including a long 3-run homer, and after that really settled in. So hopefully Jace Vancena here, maybe doing a more abbreviated version of what we saw Renard do yesterday, get over it relatively quickly, move on, because we talked about the offense that Michigan has had during this homestand so far, putting up an astronomical amount of runs, but the pitching staff has not been shabby either. They've given up 6 to Penn State, and that's been the highest since coming home to Ray Fisher Stadium. Only 3 last night after that 3-run first inning.
And we saw that during the West Coast swing as well, how good this pitching staff can be when they're at their best against UCLA, USC, and San Diego. None of those powerful lineups had much success against Michigan's aces, and it's a credit to the recruiting Eric Bakich has done that Michigan really has a 5-man rotation, which is not something you see that often at this level of college baseball. But Michigan confident throwing out any of their 5, and you can see the importance they put on Big Ten play because arguably Michigan's 3 best starters, they're saving for the weekend when they take on Illinois. We'll have all 3 of those games for you on WCBNsports.org. Ready to get underway here in the bottom half of the first inning. On the mound for Bowling Green will be Chandler Stillings with a 6.97 ERA on the year, 0-2 on the season through 10 and the third innings of work. He's given up 8 earned runs over that stretch. And you wonder how much Michigan can carry over the momentum from last night, an inspiring late rally victory over a rival in Notre Dame. You wonder if they're going to come out flat. Obviously, the weather not ideal for a day game of baseball. Michigan has had some slow starts during these midweek games, but with the momentum from yesterday, you hope the Wolverines can carry that over into this afternoon's contest against Bowling Green.
Yeah, yesterday was great, coming back and get some confidence in your team and really build it up throughout the game. But obviously, you wouldn't want to put yourself in the hole.
What's not going to help that momentum carry over is the apparent delay we are now experiencing as Bowling Green leaves the outfield and heads to their dugout. And this is the last thing either of these two teams want. Obviously, Bowling Green's got an hour or so drive to get back to campus. They want to try to get this one and get back at a reasonable hour, but the force that is Mother Nature not doing us any favors here early on. So we're going to step away as well, and we'll keep you updated as information becomes available. Right now, it's the middle of the first inning, still scoreless between Michigan and Bowling Green. We're experiencing a rain delay, and we'll be back in a matter of moments to update you when that information becomes available. So long from Ann Arbor.
Weather. A makeup date will be announced at a later time.
We apologize, but today's game has been postponed, so those of you who have been awaiting our call of today's game between Michigan and Bowling Green, it is canceled at least for today, so we'll update you with whenever that schedule update comes out, but our next broadcast will be this Friday when Michigan continues Big Ten play against Illinois. First pitch is scheduled for 4 p.m. It'll be myself and Austin Falco on the call, but until then, we wish you a good afternoon and go blue. Once again, today's game with Bowling Green canceled due to inclement weather here at Ray Fisher Stadium. So long from Ann Arbor.